All right, let's go. How to do no contact when you have kids. So, the no contact rule is a widely discussed strategy that often is recommended following a breakup or in situations where a relationship has ended or is in need of space. This involves basically a period of deliberate distance and no communication between the people involved. The entire essence of this strategy is to help the individuals process their emotions and grief after a breakup, reducing the immediate impact of the incident on their mental health, giving them ample time to reflect on the relationship, understand what went wrong, and identify personal needs and desires that may have been overshadowed by the relationship. Now, no contact also encourages the development of individual identity, personal strength, helping the one practicing it to rediscover their interests, goals, and priorities outside the relationship. When strictly adhered to, the no contact rule can be extremely powerful. I have multiple videos on this channel that go in depth on how you can execute the no contact rule and why everybody may need to do this at some point in their relationship. I'll leave a link to those videos in the video description below. Today's video, however, is really important because when you're single, the rules of engagement of no contact can be pretty straightforward, but when you have kids, it can get a little more complicated. So how do you execute or perform the no contact rule when you have kids? I've got some ideas coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Jessica OS here, and this is my channel. So implementing the no contact rule when you have children together requires a more nuanced approach, right? And I believe that there are 4 ways that we can go about it today. I'll run you through them. The first one, which is also the most important in my opinion, is to modify the no contact rule. When you have kids together, you have to create a strategy that allows for only essential communication regarding the children. Now, this means limiting conversations to topics that are absolutely necessary for the well-being and upbringing of the kids, right? This includes discussions about schedules like school, extracurricular activities, doctor's appointments. It includes logistical arrangements like pickups and drop-offs, childcare. It includes health issues and any immediate concerns related to the children's welfare. It's crucial to steer clear of personal topics that do not concern the children directly, as that can get ugly really quick. Now, it includes discussions about each other's personal lives, relationship issues, or any other matters that could lead to emotional exchanges. The focus should remain strictly on co-parenting. So while you do this, it's important to define communication guidelines, right? It's important to define what constitutes necessary communication, right? Agreeing on what these are early on can prevent misunderstandings and reduce the chances of unnecessary interactions. Part of modifying the no contact rule is respecting each other's need for space and for healing. It means being mindful of when and how often you reach out, ensuring that it's only when absolutely necessary and for the children's needs. Executing this stage is extremely important because by keeping communication focused and limited to the essentials, you can both protect your emotional well-being, reducing the chances of conflict and emotional distress that can arise from more personal interactions while still finding or fulfilling your responsibilities as a parent. And most importantly, doing this right will also offer a sense of stability and consistency for the children who benefit from seeing their parents cooperate on matters that affect them directly. Now, while limiting communication to essentials, it's also important to agree on what constitutes an emergency regarding the kids and how such situations should be handled, ensuring that both parents are prepared to cooperate swiftly and effectively when it's truly necessary. The second thing you want to do is to use structured communication channels, and it's very important. So it's important to focus on methods that facilitate clear, direct, conflict-free communication about the children. Avoiding phone conversations, especially in the early stages of the no contact rule, can be a game changer. It'll avoid sudden outbursts or arguments. I recommend instead using emails or text messages or even co-parenting apps. Some of these apps are designed to manage shared custody arrangements, including scheduling, expense tracking, secure messaging systems, etc. Emails or text messages, on the other hand, also offer a way to communicate in writing, providing a record of conversations and agreements, and sometimes these can be handy, right? It's helpful for referring to decisions made, maintaining clarity and, stuff like that, to keep communication effective and minimize potential conflict. While you're at it, make sure you agree on certain guidelines, such as response times. For example, agreeing to reply within 24 hours for non-urgent matters and keeping messages brief, focused, and respectful is important. The third thing you want to do is to explain the situation to your children appropriately. The goal is to reassure the kids of both parents' love and support while avoiding unnecessary details that could cause them stress or confusion, right? This is how to approach it. Choose the right time and setting. Find a quiet, comfortable place, right, and time where your kids feel safe and more receptive to discussion. Ensure that you won't be interrupted, so basically everybody can fully focus on what's going on. You can focus on their needs, their responses. And then ensure both of you are present for this conversation. This unified approach will help to reinforce the idea that despite challenges in the parental relationship, co-parenting and the child's welfare will remain you guys' priority, right? Tailor your language to match your children's age and maturity level. Younger children need simpler explanations, while older children and teenagers maybe can understand a little more complex situations. Even though I still believe that details about the relationship issues itself should be minimal. Now, I want to emphasize that both of you love them unconditionally and that the changes in communication are about making things better for everyone in the family. Explain that there will be changes in how the family communicates and functions, but highlight that these changes are more logistical and not emotional regarding their relationship they're going to have with both of you, right? And remember that children may worry about those changes and what they mean for their necessary lives. So they'll need some kind of reassurance that their routine and access to both of you and the love they receive will not change. You want to use neutral language when discussing the changes and avoid blaming the other parent. It's crucial for children to maintain a positive relationship with both parents. Instead of dwelling on the reasons for the breakup, focus on how the family will move forward positively. Encourage your children to express their feelings and questions once you guys are done. Let them know that their thoughts and emotions are valid and important. And a key point here is children may not talk about their feelings directly, but might show signs of stress or confusion through changes in their behavior. So you want to be attentive, vigilant, supportive. If you notice signs of difficulty in adjusting, maybe you can consider help from a child psychologist, a counselor, someone who specializes in family dynamics in children. The final thing you need to do, right, to maintain no contact when you have kids is maintain consistency for the children. Consistency is necessary for their emotional and psychological well-being. So you want to create a co-parenting plan that includes consistent schedules for the children, covering the daily routines, the school activities, the time spent with each parent. This helps children feel secure and grounded. Agree on key parenting decisions like disciplinary approaches, educational choices, health-related decisions, Even if personal contact is minimized, ensure regular check-ins about parenting matters. These can be scheduled discussions focusing solely on the child's welfare and adjustments needed to their routines or care. Sync your digital calendars if you must for the activities that involve the children, doctor's appointments, school events, etc. So both of you are informed and can plan accordingly. This will reduce miscommunication and blame later on. You should strive to be actively involved in the children's lives and create an environment where they feel free to talk about their experiences, their friends, their interests with both of you, ensuring that they do not feel the need to hide aspects of their lives or play one parent against the other. Make transitions between homes as smooth and stress-free as possible. Develop routines for drop-offs, for pickups, that are predictable and reassuring for the children. Allow young children to have comfort items that, for instance, move with them between homes. Maybe they have a favorite book, a favorite toy, something that will provide a sense of continuity and security, right? And, well, that's all I got, really. In conclusion, I personally hate it when relationships go south, right? And when children are involved, they're the ones who tend to suffer the most. However, there are certain things that are inevitable, and sometimes the best thing will be separation, even if for a little while, to help each partner reassess their love, emotions, and priorities. If you have kids, always make sure that they are your top priority in all this, and never paint the other parent black to your children. It's unhealthy, you'll both lose out in the end, and it just won't be a good look. Don't allow your kids to take sides. If you never get back together, if they grow older, I'm sure they'll come to a point where they'll understand why your separation was necessary, okay? But yeah, that's really all I got in today's video. I hope that this conversation and this video was helpful. I mean, if it was, one favor to ask: subscribe to the channel for more videos. Smash that like button so I know you actually enjoyed the content. Better yet, if you really want to make me happy, just drop a yellow heart in the comments below. I'll know that you watched until the end of the video. Have a good one. My name is Jessica. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.